Welcome to the Family Podcast, the place where real family stories touch the heart. Today, we begin a new journey, a journey about money. Not money as numbers, but money is culture. Money is inheritance. Money is identity. Because long before we ever earned a dollar, we had already inherited a money story. A story that taught many of us to believe that as long as we are not hungry, we are fine. But that belief came from somewhere. And today, we are going back to where it started. There is a silent inheritance. Let me take you into a moment many of us know. A child sits quietly in the living room, not talking, just watching. In the kitchen, parents whisper, bills on table, stress in the air. Voice is low because children shouldn't hear adult problem. The child doesn't understand the numbers, but they understand the fear. They understand the tension. They understand that money is something heavy, something sacred, something that makes adults tired. Even if no one explains anything, the child is learning anyway. They learn that money is something you chase, something you worry about, something you survive with, not something you plan with. This is how money habits are passed down, silently, emotionally, and unintentionally. And what we saw became what we believe. Most of us grew up watching parents who were doing their best, truly their best. They weren't responsible. They weren't careless. They weren't surviving the world they were given. A world where salaries were low, jobs were unstable, banks were mistrusted. Emergencies were handled by the community, not savings. And the philosophy was simple: work, eat, pay bills, and repeat the cycle. They didn't model wealth building because they have never seen wealth building. They didn't teach financial planning because no one taught them. So we inherited a mindset that says, as long as we are not hungry, we are fine. But today, survival is no longer enough. The lesson we never knew we learned. Here is the truth. We repeat what we observe, not what we are told. If you grew up in a home where money was stressful, where bills were always late, where savings didn't exist, where dreams felt too expensive, and money conversations were avoided, then you inherited a financial identity without even knowing it. Not because your parents failed you, but because they passed down what they had: survival. And survival is not a moral failure, it is a generational pattern. And why this matters today? This matters today because if we don't understand the money culture we inherited, we will continue living it. We will continue repeating patterns we never chose. We will continue carrying fears that don't belong to us. Therefore, awareness is the first step, because money is not just personal, it is generational, it is cultural and emotional. And once you see the pattern, you finally have the power to break it. This is the beginning of our journey, a journey of understanding, healing, and rebuilding. Not with shame, not with blame, but with clarity. because the story of the money you inherited does not have to be the money story you pass down. Thank you for listening to the Family Podcast with Philo. Well, every story opens a door to healing and transformation. Your family story matters here. Please subscribe, like, and share. Until next time.